The Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading presents This Book is Cool.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda. I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading, and today we are going to talk about a fantastic book. It is called Coyote, a Trickster's Tale from the American Southwest, and it was written by Gerald McDermott. This book is colorful and vibrant, and we have a colorful and vibrant guest with us today. With us today from SRQ Magazine, we have Wes Roberts. Hi, Wes, how are you?
Hi there, Beth. I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Terrific, and I am so happy to talk to you about this book. I understand that you were in the American Southwest not too long ago.
I was. My whole family, my wife and two kids, they're ages 7 and 10 when we traveled, actually recently took an RV trip. So we traveled through this part of the country just in the last year. And I love seeing images like this because especially when you're from Florida, where everything is colorful and blue and green, it's hard to imagine a place where everything is rocks and red, but that's what it really looks like there. It was beautiful. And this book is cool.
It is cool. I was really surprised in the very beginning that the coyote was blue, because I didn't understand when I began the book that the book was going to be this journey about why the coyote looks the way it does. But it started out that vibrant blue color. It was really fabulous.
I love it. They're trying to come up with an explanation for why things are the way they are. We all want to know, why is the sky blue and why is the coyote no longer blue, I guess, in this version of the story. And if you get all the way to the end, you find out the answer.
I know. Very, very cool. And I loved the way that the coyote interacted with the other animals, especially all of those birds that you showed us on the mesa.
It was nice that he is not a simple character. He has a bunch of wonderful traits. He's curious and he's interested and he always wants to know new things. And then he's got some traits he's working on where, his curiosity leads him to certain places and he doesn't always behave that well when he gets there, which I think we can all relate to. You want to be curious, you want to try new things. And then sometimes we all push a little farther than we should and try too much. So who knows? But
it also, I think there is a great morality to the book that when the coyote does kind of cross that line, when he becomes a little boastful or when he's poking into things he shouldn't be poking into, there's a consequence for him.
There is. And it's a big one because the crows were very helpful. They helped him multiple times to get the ability to fly. Who can't imagine how wonderful it would be to fly? And I think hopefully if crows or maybe here seagulls ever come and give me wings so I can fly, I will be very polite to the seagulls and thank them.
Yes, saying thank you, we have learned with this book, is a very important thing because the consequences for not being polite can be quite severe. I also liked that the coyote wasn't very skillful at trying to be a crow. He was trying to fit in with them, trying to learn their dances and trying to sing their songs. And I loved the way that put my imagination to work in imagining what that would be like to see a coyote try to be a crow.
It made me think about Dancing with the Crows. That put me in the same place as the coyote. And I would hope if I could talk to crows, I would make friends with them and try and learn how to dance with them as well.
It has a lesson for us as well as making sense of the world, as you said. We're always looking for the why.
That part at the beginning with all the writing for the grown-ups, it mentions in there that the raven, who is the crows that they meet, also called ravens, helps bring them light and fire and food to humans. So the characters are also gift givers. And I think that might be part of the message is, appreciate the gift givers, those that are willing to come to you and share their thoughts or their wisdom or their abilities. Take advantage of it, like do it, and then also be grateful, I think is what I took.
Well, that's a wonderful message. Wes, as the publisher of a magazine and the father of 2 children, why is reading important to you, or is it important to you?
This is this colorful book, and then this is the job that I have where my wife and I make this colorful magazine. So that probably, brought me into the energy. My kids, I'm very lucky. They love to read. Learning to read is not easy. They're at the age now where, we had to work through the process, and it is really challenging when you're starting to learn how to read, to tease the meaning out of those words. And then if you can do that, there's just unlimited stories available. And so, both of my kids had to persevere, had to push through that challenging time when the words were hard to put together. But once they got on the other side of that, both of them love to read. My son, who's older, reads big grown-up style books now. And my daughter is getting into bigger books, although she really does like to read like an illustrated book, one that's in the style of a comic book kind of style. She likes that as well. So there are pictures and a lot of words.
Well, I do too. I enjoy reading and I enjoy talking to people about books. So I'm very grateful that you took time out of your day today and shared with us some thoughts about the book Coyote, as well as your thoughts about reading.
Beth, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. If you give me more books, I'll read all of them.
I love that.
I'm in.
Terrific. Thanks, Wes.
Thank you, Beth.
It was wonderful to talk to Wes. He was so enthusiastic about the American Southwest and the book Coyote. Not only did that book give us some vibrant, colorful pictures of the Southwest and explain to us why the coyote might look the way it does now, it also gave us some great words for our word bank. The first word for our word bank is the word cackled. Cackled. That means to laugh in a harsh or shrill manner. And the birds in the book cackle at the coyote. The next word is the word flock. Flock. A flock is a group of animals that are all gathered together. We talk about birds being in a flock. We also talk about sheep being in a flock. Next word is the word chanting. Chanting. That means to say or shout something over and over in a sing-song way. Our next word is the word canyon. Canyon. A canyon is a deep valley with very steep sides, often with a stream running through it. You might have heard of the Grand Canyon. And the last word for our word bank is the word twitched. Twitched. It means a slight tremble or a jerk of a muscle or one of your body parts, a twitch. We have a wonderful activity that goes along with our book, Coyote. And it's an activity that is tied to the American Southwest. Look at this. Do you know what it is? This is called a talking stick. It's so beautiful. It's colorful. It was created using pipe cleaners and some colored string and a stick. And a talking stick is used by Native American people to indicate whose turn it is to talk.
Council circle, a talking stick was whoever had the talking stick got to speak. Nobody else did. Usually when it was handed person to person, it went
it's not your turn to talk. But when you do have the talking stick, it is your turn until you give the talking stick to somebody else. This is something that you could make at home and then practice with your family or your friends, taking turns and listening to what each other have to say. I really enjoyed this book, Coyote. I loved the illustrations, I loved the story, and I think this craft is fun too. Share a picture of your talking stick with us. You can send your picture to connect@gradelevelreadingsuncoast.net. So I have the talking stick, it's my turn to talk, but I think I've talked enough today. So I'm going to pass the talking stick to someone else.